Folks, when we talk about utility, one or two projects are always highlighted or are at the very tip of our tongue when we hear about utility. Those projects are XRP and XLM, but are there any projects beyond that? Yes, there are. And one of the key projects that are beyond XRP and XLM, the ones to watch, one of them is Quant Network, folks. Now, look at this. This Dr. Martin, he is Blake over here. Beyond XRP and XLM, several other blockchain networks are actively working towards ISO 20022 compatibility, recognizing it as the gateway to institutional and government adoption. And look at this, folks. Although there are a lot of different projects and a lot of projects that we cover as well, Mr. Martin has put Quan number one. Although I know that this is not a ranking based approach, but Quant Network is one of those projects that comes into our mind when we think about a project beyond XRP and XLM. So look at this. Interoperability and enterprise gateway. Quant does not aim to replace existing financial infrastructure, but rather acts as an operating system. So, folks, you can call Overledger the tunnel in the world of finance. It is working like the bridge, like a tunnel to be precise, like the operating system, like Microsoft is working for, to connect various different blockchains, various different networks, legacy and traditional systems. So this is like the connecting point. If Quant network is so much underrated, to be very honest. In some aspects, I think that Quant network might even exceed beyond our imaginations because it is trying to achieve so much, and the circulating supply and the supply is really scarce as well. Look at this, including those using ISO 20022. So even those projects that are using the ISO 22 standard, the ISO 20022 standard, Quant network will be connecting them as well. So, and that too without requiring direct integration. Awesome. Its core value is to provide a single, compliant, cohesive, seamless gateway for institutions to communicate with any blockchain. By any blockchain, we mean it can be XRP, it can be XLM, it can be Ethereum, it can be hbar, any of the utility projects as well as other projects as well. So the legacy system, we can talk about the permissioned layers like R3, Coda, and others, making it an essential middleware for large-scale enterprise adoption in a multi-chain world. So we need a project like this. This might be the answer to to the problem that every chain out there is siloed, they are isolated. Quant network can be the missing piece in that huge puzzle, in that riddle, to solve this issue, folks. Although there are a lot of different projects that are claiming to have interoperability, Quant network is the first mover, folks. It is one of the very first that talked about it. So this is why they're saying that this is a great time to buy QNT, although obviously you have to do your own due diligence, you have to do your own research. The platform is set for an uptrend, bounce from the trend line support, some technicals within a symmetrical triangle, which is bullish crossover on RSI about to form as well. Awesome. Look at this. Most are watching Bitcoin, XRP, XLM, but QNT is quietly setting up to outperform it massively. A rare yearly bullish divergence has formed on the QNT BTC chart. After a brutal 2 year downtrend, folks, I agree that Quant Network, since its highs and the rally back in the day, 2020, 2021, it has seen a huge, long accumulation phase. You can even call it a downtrend since those highs. But, folks, the longer the accumulation, as they say, the longer or more energetic the move. Price just bounced off historical support and now it is pressing against a multi-year resistance. Cool. This is not just technical perspective. Now look at this. Now why we're saying that QNT is a project to watch beyond the ones that are always mentioned, be it XLM, XRP. QNT is backed by ECB pilots, BIS and Swift integrations, and global CBDC momentum, folks. So this is what we're talking about. We're not saying that XRP XLM won't do any good. They're one of the best projects out there, but Quant network is oftentimes neglected, folks, and I've seen it time and again, it being neglected due to the price action basically and the market cap at the moment. But this brings us to a crucial point that if the market cap is low, then the opportunity is there, folks. It hasn't reached those multi-billion-dollar levels as of yet. So this might be an opportunity for some, if indeed Quant goes on to perform anything like XRP and others. A chart nobody watches, an asset everyone forgets. Then a breakout changes the narrative in one candle. This is how well our memory works in this day and age, folks. This is the reality. One good candle can totally make you forget everything. You will go on to bash a project time and again, and when it performs well in the chart, you will say that it is good. But if a project, folks, if it is building fundamentally, if it is building from the ground up, if it has legit use cases, legit utility, you won't trust it, you won't rely on it, you will bash it because of the price action, and that is what has been happening to QNT at this point, folks. So it will reprice violently, according to Mr. Finance Bull over here. It will reprice violently and outperform Bitcoin in a way that seems impossible until it is too late. So, folks, the scenario is a bit, I think, in the far away in the future, if it even happens. But the people that are saying that it is possible for it to reach some good levels, even if it does not exceed BTC, it being the grandfather, it might go on and achieve really great stuff, folks, because the scarcity is low. I think 14 million or something coins, tokens, folks, in the market. And besides the scarcity, folks, the demand will be there, and the utility use case is what will propel it to the heights we haven't imagined as of yet. Look at this. Mr. Man over here. CBDCs are inevitable. Quant has worked closely with the Bank of England on Project Rosalind and had companies such as Google and Amazon utilizing their sandbox to test out real-world applications. So, folks, these are some of the glimpses, some of the signs, some of the elements that attracts us towards Quant network and for what it can achieve in the future, folks. So let's check this out from Mr. Man.
Central bank digital currencies are inevitable. If you look at all the stats, 80% of central banks looking at a CBDC and what it means, and there's others that are piloting, and there's some that have actually implemented CBDCs. So a central bank digital currency is pretty much a reset of how money should work and how the whole infrastructure should be set out. And so what that means to banks is there is a new form of money. They need to be ready for.
Cash is in decline massively. We've got today's digital money, which is not super smart. It works okay, but there's quite a lot of friction in it. And then we've got things like cryptocurrencies coming up. We've got private currencies from big tech companies coming up. So where we are at the moment, we're at a bit of a crossroads. What are consumers going to be using to pay for things? And CBDC is kind of the answer to that in terms of where do you want to go, right? Do you want your money to be owned by and controlled by random people on the internet, by massive tech companies, or by the government you elected? Today's money it varies a lot, right? In the UK it's great, we have some of the best payment systems in the world. In other countries it's not so good, but there's only so much you can do with it. There's no programmability, there's no automation, it isn't very smart, and it's quite fragmented. CBDC promises to add a whole level of programmability and automation to people's money so that they've got a lot more control over what it does and how it works without having to manually touch it all the time.
At QUANT, we've been at the forefront of blockchain technology, first starting out by establishing standards for the industry to build the technology. We've created a central bank digital currency platform where all central banks can actually test practically the theoretical concepts of a CBDC and what it means for them. But more importantly, the banks can start integrating central bank technology into their payment systems. One of the projects we've been working on has been with the Bank of England and the BIS on Project Rosalind. We provided the whole platform and the technology by having interoperable CBDCs within the central bank itself, and that was used by industry to test people like Barclays, people like Amazon, people like MasterCard, to test all of their CBDC applications and use cases on top of our platform in a real world setting. So this means they don't have to wait for a CBDC to be enabled. They can actually start testing, integrating, building, and making sure their banks are ready for central bank digital currencies. So what we'd like to do is work with other central banks around the world, but also take our technology to different markets so they can test it with their domestic banks as well.
Awesome, folks. Awesome. You have to go through Quant Network 101 to realize how good of a project it is, folks. The basics are sound, what it wants to achieve. And look at this, folks. One of the best parts about Quant is that we are early. So to watch a project beyond XRP, we must realize that Quant has the potential to reach XRP levels in terms of market cap. Will it reach it or not? It all depends on the team, the development, and the entire project, the entire crypto market as a whole. Obviously, folks, I'm not saying that it will obviously reach it, but it has the potential to reach it. Look at this, and we can be early. We can be one of them if you do your own due diligence. This has been the chart for the last 5 years. Bought my first 5 years ago. May QNT retire us all. So look at this. If someone has less than 1 plankton, 1 to 2 shrimp, 3 to 5 crab, 6 to 9 lobster, 10 to 19 piranha, with 2 stars, by the way. Turtle 20 to 29, 2 stars if someone wants to reach the 3-star level according to this graphic over here. Obviously, it is all subjective. It is not objective. It depends on everyone's own scenario, their own strategies. Anyways, if you want to reach this charts, this graphics 3-star rating, then seahorse 30 to 49. Octopus, folks, 50 to 99, which gives us 3 stars. Dolphin, 100 to 199, 3 stars. Then we've got crocodile, if someone wants to reach 4 stars, 200 to 499. Then we've got shark, 500 to 999. Okay. And then there are the whales. Imagine, folks, having 1,000 plus of QNT, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stars whale. Are you holding any? I would really like to know which category do you belong to, and if you watch this video and you do your research and you love QNT ultimately, I want you to get back to this video and let us know which are you and what is your vision, what is your minimum back threshold that you want to achieve for you to retire or at least get something out of QNT in the future. What is your aim, by the way? So yeah, look at this. Gilbert Wardian, founder and CEO of Quant Network, confirms the banks are done testing, folks. We are getting out of the hypothetical phase. We are getting in the practical use case utility phase, folks. Now, we want to completely restructure the financial system as we are headed to the new era of finance, and along with XRP and XLM and beyond those projects, QNT is also one of those that is and has been at the forefront. So yeah, look at this tokenizer. You have to watch this. A really interesting video over here, 27 minutes long, but you have to check this deep dive out. Excitement is all around the quant community lately. UKRLN London Showcase happened September 17th. ISO TC307 OS meeting September 30th. Gilbert announces QNT staking news. So yeah. Although I think that this is a really great go-to video, but I think it was back in the day 2024, but I wanted to share with you that you have to go and check this one out by Tokenizer. Really interesting. This is latest November 10th. QNT is moving. It looks like it respected the zero point 0.5 Fibonacci and rejected, expecting higher prices later at New York session. All in all, folks, Quant Network at this point is really undervalued for what it is doing. Look at this working group and sandbox participants, along with such huge names over here. Standard Chartered Bank. Look at this. R3, S&P, even layer ones, Ethereum, Hedera, Stellar. We've got Quant Network as well, folks. Awesome. And more than that, it is working on tokenization as well. Look at this. Tokenization is coming, and it is coming at a very quick pace. CEO Goldman Sachs, David Solomon. And we can enter Quant, a core GDF sandbox player in the 2025 TMMF report. 70 plus giants, GS, BlackRock, UBS tested on Quant's OVR result. Atomic collateral in seconds.
What about crypto? Is crypto now important for Wall Street? It's an important business, and are you a big believer in the viability and the good investment opportunities related to crypto?
I'm a big believer in the technology of the blockchain and the ability for us to change the financial infrastructure, the rails, to increase speed and decrease friction. And that's a very, very good thing for the system. That's different than a debate on the long-term value of Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin looks like a store of value. I don't have a real long-term view, on that, a strong long-term view, but I do have a very strong view about tokenization, digitization, stablecoins, and innovation around the whole financial infrastructure. It's coming at a very quick pace, and to the degree that it increases speed, reduces friction, and allows for a more secure system, I think that's a very, very good thing.
So folks, what do you guys think about Quant Network? Do you think that it indeed is a project beyond XRP and XLM to watch? I would really like your opinions. Do hit the comment box below and let the community know. Anyways, guys, this was it for the video. If you liked it, make sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification icon if you're interested in utility coins and potential gems. And you can also support the channel by checking out Patreon by following the link in the description box below. Until next time, stay blessed and stay tuned. Thank you very much, everyone.